Hi guys, it is Belle here and I am back with a flip through of everything I made in Creep on June before I then put it all in the journal that I am working on. And just look how wonderfully it all looks together. I love doing this. I love putting all the pieces together and just seeing how they coordinate because it just makes my brain happy. So this was for Creep on June 2025, created by the wonderful Tracy Fox. I will leave links down below so that you can go to her YouTube, website or Etsy. These were all made using the Nevermore Ledger kit, which was the kit created for Creep on June 2025, just in case you haven't seen any of that. And I have a playlist on my channel of everything I made for this Creep on June and everything for last year's Creep on June. So let me get all these pieces, start getting them out, and I'm going to zoom you in so that you can see each piece. So for day one, I made this money envelope with a little bit of a hidden writing pad inside. And this was the start of our journey with Poe. Again, I'm not going to retell the story here because I will do that when I do a flip through of the journal. But yeah, love this image. This is when I first started to use some of the die cuts and the themes that you'll see throughout. I have since added just this little piece, this little tag into that journaling spot. And if we turn it over, we have one of the Tim Holtz moths, lots and lots of this copper splatter paint. And then this opens up. You can see that this is acetate. So you see him through there. I have added a little bit of gesso in places just because I liked how that looked, and some tape. And then we have this little grungy writing pad, and you can write underneath as well. It is magnetized, so it does shut, but I also made it a little tuck under his hat. So that was day one. I really like how this one turned out. His hat just makes me very happy. And for day two, I decided to make a pocket and a tag with the ephemera pieces, and it was all Frankenstein's creature and Bride of Frankenstein. So if we look at the tag first, this is that Tim Holtz embossing glaze that I've lost. It's like this pale green. I think this was the last piece I used it on. Got some brads that I've hand dyed, some hand stitching, and then that is the back of the tag. And then this is the pocket. I love this pocket. I love this image. I think this is my favorite image of the bride in the whole kit. We have a little pocket there with just some hand dyed index card in there, and then there's a pocket up here. I added this: fair river, in thy bright clear flow, thou art an emblem of the glow, for in my heart as in thy stream her image deeply lies. And I feel like he looks like he could be like looking down at a river, and this could be the reflection. Anyway, I thought it worked. I used the stencil on the back, the cog stencil, added a little cog down there. So yes, added some lace, and that will fit together on a page really, really nicely. So let me put all those together. Day three, still to this day, one of my favorite ones I made. I just like it. This is also where we found out that the forest moss goes grey rather than green on the paper that I'm using. Love all this down here, all this embellishment. We have Poe's letter to Dr. Frankenstein. You can actually see it says Frankenstein and laboratory throughout. Then we have the gorgeous moth with some of that copper on the back. Oh my goodness, a little grungy embellishment here. Used Velcro dots on this one. This opens up, so we have another, hold on, we have another acetate window there. And this opens up, the letter that came in the kit. I've done some detailing there, some vintage map, and a little image of what I am seeing as Poe's beloved just there. So he's sent a picture of her and spoken to Dr. Frankenstein about how much he's missing her and can he help, because Poe has heard that Frankenstein has brought someone who was deceased back to life. So that was day 3. I absolutely love this. I love everything about this piece. I love the grunge. I love the acetate window. The only thing I think I would have done a bit differently is I think I would have stitched all the way around the window beforehand. But I love everything about that piece. So now let me get a little book page. Now we have on day 4 this piece, and it is vampires. And this would fit, sorry, the piece of paper has fallen. This would fit on your page. Pretend this was one page. And we have a tuck spot here. We have a tuck spot here. There's all this detail. Love it. Love this image. Love the red. And then if we turn it over, this will be a tuck spot, or it could be a pocket. We have all this detail. I really love how the ink has worked on the glossy accents that I used, and a bit of embossing and a bit of gilding. And you can see there's gilding down here too. There's all these little touches. This opens up for writing space. And then we have Count Dracula. Again, there's gold down here and down here. I hope that's picking up. Lots of little pieces, and then there's just a little piece of paper in there. I've used some stitching and some tape. I think I'm going to gild this as well. I'm only starting to add some of the little pockets now that it's getting ready to put it into the journal. I'm starting to add all the little pockets to the tuck spots and things that I might not have added whilst working on it. Love those. Love that colorway. Then we have this piece. So again, it's a double tag or a flip tag. And if I take this off, we'll see this in a minute. That's on the back. So we have this Bride of Frankenstein. Oh, just look how sad she looks. She's so beautiful. Lots of detail again on there. And then this flips open. It's magnetized, but it does flip open. You can hear that. And we've got lots of writing space on the inside, more little details, flowers, splatters, stitching, cogs. There is writing space on the back. And I also made this to go with it. I don't know if I'll keep them attached in the journal, but I did make them on the same day. And it's this cute little file folder. We've got our raven again. And this was because the bride was meeting Poe at her favourite beach under a full moon. Lots of little charms there. This all opens up. We've got a pocket here. It says funeral director across the back because it's Tim Holtz paper that I have used. And again, another little pad to write in. There's going to be so much writing space, even though this journal is going to be absolutely full of decoration and ephemera. There's going to be so much writing space, which just makes me happy because that's what I feel a journal should have. Then we have this piece. I love this piece. I have to make some more of these for other journals. This will fit on to a journal page as a pocket. So it could fit on like so. And then again, this was a visit to Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory. Lots of glaze on there. There's embossing down here too, and embossing up there. I just hope that's picking up. So we have a pocket in here, and I have added this. This is one of the freebie tags that I've cut down into a journaling card. Use some rub-ons. You've got writing space on the back. So I've added that after. I love it because it picks up the green in here. We then have the pocket with our tag to Dr. Frankenstein. So much detail again on here, the little metal. Do you know, it was only when I was starting putting these all together, I thought, oh my gosh, I've used so many chunky pieces like this that it's definitely, this ephemera is definitely not all of it going to fit in the journal. And I don't know what it's going to be like to write in. Got some tape. We've got Dr. Frankenstein. There's a little pocket here. This is that miniature version of the letter that I used on day 3. because they link up, and we have Dr. Frankenstein, and then this opens up. It's all inked inside, and we have some of the pages from the kit that I have shrunk down. Obviously they're all Frankenstein pages, but you've got all this room to write. So he fits inside there. So just there you've got a booklet in there, another little tag. Like I said, this will fit on, so it's actually I'm trying to see if there's something. There will be a pocket here to the side, and then this opens up, and there's so much detail in this, honestly guys. Again, really chunky here. So we've got another pad, we've got Frankenstein, more inking, stamping. We've got the little physician and surgeon piece over here. Again, loads of inking. Looks like there's blood on here. Love it. We've got all this detail down here on these pieces. And this is a little pocket with a little journaling card that again has embossing. I'm hoping that's picking up, that you can write. There's gilding. This is a real metal cog. I love this piece. I really am so happy with this piece, and I need to make a lot more of those. I might move these to the back actually. Hold on. Let me move them to the back. Okay. So next we have this piece. This is where he met the werewolves. And I did this rip. I love how this rip looks. This is going to be a top tuck. So it will fit on, and you can put something underneath, or it could be used as a belly band on a page, and you could put something all the way through. So I'm thinking it might be a top tuck, but we'll see when I put it in the journal. Again, I've used some acetate so you can see the werewolf there, but you can see the full moon behind him. His eyes actually over the full moon, because there is a little thing there. So here's all the detail splattering, and there's gold on here. It just kind of shines. I just love it. So much texture. We open that up. We have this little piece here. This opens up. Which way around? Oh, it opens that way. I keep forgetting. It's a surprise for me too, guys. It opens all the way up. Again, vintage map. And then there is a little pocket just there as well that you can write on. And then in here, the rips, you can actually see right through to the other side. In there's this little chappy. So I think I said at the time, this is what Poe thinks a werewolf might be, you know, very respectable, well-dressed and all that. But when he finally meets them, there's something very, very different. Love this piece. It's a lot of fun. But like I said, it can be an up. It can be great for an up tuck, or it could be a belly band on a page. And here we actually have a belly band on the page. I love this piece as well. I mean, I'm very happy with all of them. There's some that are favourites, but can you see all of that? I'm hoping you can. So here's our witch. And there's embossing all in the background here. We've got our bugs and our writing and all that sort of stuff. So there is a little pocket down here. And here's all the detail in that pocket. We've got some of that texture paste on there. Loads of splatters. Texture paste on here and here. Love this witch. So glad I picked her. This again will be a belly band. So something will go all the way through this. And then this opens up to give writing space. And then the whole thing opens up like so for extra writing space. Then we have this pocket. We've got the moth and everything. But it is a pocket. Let me see if I've got a smaller piece of something that can go in there. So there is a pocket here for something to go into. Use some tape and all that kind of thing. So that is a belly band for day 8. I really made a lot more pockets and things this time, which is great. I think this is day 9. Yep. So I made this flippy flappy tag. Let me move that for day 9. Love it. Now this is, I think, when I started using glow-in-the-dark embossing. So like on candles and things. Look at how that shines. Really is like magic, guys. And it flips open. There are some secrets which do not permit, look at that. Look at all the detail and the book and everything. Themselves to be told. We've got the keys up here, all die cut out of my hand-dyed papers, my hand-dyed brads. This is a glow-in-the-dark spider. Then we have a pocket over here. I'm just starting to put a tag in here. And if we move that, we actually see the raven. Look at that shine just behind. But yeah, there's going to be a little pocket. Just honestly, guys, the shine on this, I love it. And then obviously on the back, it can be written on. So that was day 9. Day 10, I think, is the first time we meet Poe. Again, it's another tag. It's like a hidden tuck spot tag. So we have, oh, look at that. Do you see the embossing, the purple? I really hope it's showing up. And the embossed frame. I've added this and used some gilding wax. Love it, love it, love it. So being young, I fell in love. But when we remove this, which you can write on the back of, we see this underneath, which I love. It's so much fun. I love things like that. I really do. And then on the back, there is a little pocket. A gravestone. So yeah, that is day 10. Just the colour on these pages. I've just made a load of new ones, which I'm pleased about because I ran out of all my pages. Here we have a pocket for a page. And this was Poe meeting Van Helsing. This is the first time I used my red splatters, and I love them so much. So much detail here. Vintage map, vintage stamps, gilding on the texture paste, loads of inking. I added the little journal that came with the kit. It's backed and it has numbers and it says Chronicles because I feel like that is Van Helsing's journal. This flips open for writing space, some more vintage map. It is magnetized like so. Then this flips up for more writing space. Goes under there. And then in here, because this is a pocket as well, and we have the embossed teeth. In here we have a Dracula. And this. And then, if I remember rightly, yeah, when this goes on a page, this flips up like that. Oh, and it has, I forgot it had a little pad in it too. I actually forgot that, guys. So it flips up. Oh, it's just a surprise for me sometimes when things do that. I'm trying to think of any of the others. I don't think any of the others so far do anything like that. Okay. Oh my gosh. This was the one I had the most fun with. I really did. I love this. So this is day... Was that day 11? Oh, it was. This is day 12. And I made... This was an envelope. And I was going to have it attached to the page. I still might in some way. So it goes over your page. Goes over your page like that. So this will be a tuck spot on this side. I need to emboss that. But then on this side, this flips open. Well, it was going to flip open, but actually I think it's just going to fit on the page as a pocket. You can see all the detail. There's embossing on the back. There's my grungy wall pieces. There's red paint and everything. And the fun thing about this is Dracula pops out. So you're going to be able to see underneath like so with the windows. And we have Dracula. And there'll be glow-in-the-dark bats and everything like that. There's some embossing. There's vintage book page. There's Tim Holtz. There's some of my hand-dyed paper. And then you can write on the back. And then he fits back inside his pocket, which will be much easier when it's all glued down. And then you see him and his bat through the window. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun with that piece. I really, really did. I loved doing this. And I think it's really effective. It's going to look so good in the journal. So day 13, we meet the Tatty Bogles. And we're really going to town on this green and copper combo, which is something I am loving at the moment. This green and copper, I just think they work so well together. Got what are they called, guys? Cogs. We've got our Tatty Bogle. Now this is a money envelope, and I intend to put it so that it's going to become a flip. So it will go at the top of the journal page, and then it opens up like so, just like that. There is a tuck spot, not a tuck spot, but there will be a bit here that will be able to fit a journaling card into, just there, like so. And then on this side, love all this. Again, the embossing, the gilding. Love how the gilding kind of, the paint went in a line there. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, and I've used tea bag on here as well. I was thinking, oh, that's an interesting texture. Tell you, you forget what you've done when you when you've been working for a month. But yeah, I've used tea bag on here as well. And then we have a little pocket just here. So that is day 13 with the Tatty Bogles. Day 14. So this is another piece with Poe. Got all this. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty. We've got gold splatters. We've got an embossed moth at the top. We've got gold and purple embossing on here. This is a little pocket just here. But also this flips down for writing space, like so. So yeah, there's a little pocket in between the top of the embossing as well as the page underneath. And then this is also a pocket. And again, we've got one of those embossed moths and gilding. This is what is in here, like so. And then this opens up for writing space. I shrunk down the journal. So this is the same journal that I used on Van Helsing, but this moth is a pocket. So there is a little, oh, there's a little journal there, and it looks like I forgot that there is a pocket up here as well. And writing space on the back. Honestly, when I go through this, guys, I'm going to be just as surprised by some of these pieces. So we have Giulia Tofano on here for day 15. Loads. Again, look at the way the crypt paste has picked up some of the green. I've used more of that wool. Oh, happy. I love this so much. Again, we've got some of that gilding. We open it up. I love this piece. I really do love how this came together. We've got a little pad with one of my vellum washi pieces in here. Little pad. Sorry if you can hear noise. I have the window open. Vintage music paper. We have a pocket back here. And then this is also a pocket. There is gilding. Not gilding. There is... what are they called? Splatters there too. Bring that up so you can see all the detail. Oh, I love this piece so much, guys. I really do. It's just a lot of fun. Oh, and I even forgot I stamped on the back. So I've used stamping all along here to give more detail on the back. These are beautiful pieces by Tracy, but you know, you can still have fun by adding your own little personal touches. So this is day 16. We are back with the Tatty Bogles. I'm trying to remember which way this opens. This again is a pocket for a page, and I think this is the one that opens to the side. I love that. So you have all that writing space. Again, it's magnetized. I feel like there needs to be another magnet there too. Yeah, there does. So I need to find the other magnet. So again, I've used the acetate. I've used that copper with the green. Oh my goodness me. We've got loads of detail down here with the raven, vintage map, cheesecloth that I'm using everywhere. And so this, oh, and metal here. This opens up. I love the paper underneath that gives him more of a, so that's what it would look like just if it was on plain paper. But because it's all grungy, you get to see that through him, which I just love that. Then this flips open. We've got all this detail here for writing space, pocket here. And then obviously when it also opens up, loads of writing space. And then when it is on the page, it will be a pocket as well. Love it. Love how it looks. So we have another little kind of tuck spot for a page. It'll go better on the edge of a page like that. Again, loads of gilding, splatters. Got the texture paste on here. So this is a pocket back here. Well, a tuck spot actually. It comes all the way out to the side. So it is a tuck spot, but it is also magnetized. This opens up. Was that meant to be? Sorry, I'm just adding that to that. It doesn't actually matter because once I put these in the journal, it doesn't matter what the numbers are, but to me right now it does. So this is day 17, little skull on this gilded tag, mini tag. That goes into that little moth. Again, I love using those moths as pockets. All opens up. Then that would sit on your page. Like I said, there's a tuck spot here. There'll be a tuck spot here. And the tag to go with it is this Great Death tag, the Reaper, all the gravestones. There's glow-in-the-dark on the candles. There's glow-in-the-dark on his eyes. There's gilding. There's cheesecloth. And you turn it over and this is the back, which you can write on. I mean, you could even use gesso to go over that so it wasn't as bright and right over it, but there's gilding on the crow as well just down the bottom, and yeah, he will fit in there with that. So that is day 17. Love it. Okay, let me have a look at the other pieces. Day 17. So this will be day 18. This is a lot of fun. This has to go into a pocket, but again, there's embossing, there's gilding, there's copper, there's just so much on this piece, guys. And then there's a little pocket up there, and I've actually added this tag to it with the moon because we're dealing with the werewolves. So that I didn't add that when I actually made it on the day, but as I said, I'm going in now and adding little bits. Got all this beautiful splatter and the gilding on the wax seal. Again, used Velcro dots. I love how this has worked out. I need to make more of these. This all opens up and we have another little pad to write on, to rip up and use if you want to. Got all this beautiful inking and everything. I've added some stamping. I think I added this number off camera. I also added some tape and bits, which I think I did off camera. I added some stamping here and some stamping here. So yeah, oh, sorry for knocking you. I just added a few extra bits. I love how this piece looks for an envelope. It's just, yeah, I really love how that piece looks. So here we have another pocket and we have death again. Let me move the basket up a little bit. So we have death again. So there will be a pocket behind. And then this, take the magnet off, this flips down for hidden writing space. And then we've got this gorgeous, this skull is so three-dimensional. Honestly, this journal is going to be ridiculously chunky. We've got all the gilding on there as well. I've added some gilding to other spots as well. All this down here, all this detail. Love it, love it, love it. I've used part of my wall again. I just love that. Then we've got, this flips out. So you've got hidden writing space just there. And then just behind here, kind of camouflaged, there is a tag. Again, I added this off camera. I'm just adding these tags. That needs inking up at the back. But it goes just behind here so that the green kind of blends in with the background. And then it's behind the skull, so you can't really see that it's there, which makes it even more of a secret. And I love that. So yeah, another pocket. Another tag, but I'm thinking of actually adding it to a page. Now I could add it as almost a belly band at the bottom of a page, like so. I could do that, or even near the top of a page. It's very chunky, this piece, guys, so it might not go in the journal. I don't know, but again, look at the embossing with the purple on there. And the gold. We've got this little piece that I was gifted. We've got the book and everything. Oh, just love it. Oh my goodness, honestly, when it catches the light. We've got a window. This is a flip up, so it flips that way. I've added a little rub-on on there. I can't remember if I did that. Oh, and I did say that I'd added a magnet here, but I didn't think it was going to close. But I actually added a magnet here, so I had to add some of the specimens, otherwise it wouldn't work. But listen, it does close, guys, so that's really good. My gosh, this is so chunky, it's slightly warped. We've got these gorgeous gravestones here, and you can see the image of her. And then you can see the garden, or you can see her, whichever you want. Loads of writing space right here, right here. This opens up with extra writing space. And then this here with more of the gilding splatters is a tuck spot. So yes, we have that piece. And then we have, hold on, no we don't. Is it this piece? It might be this piece next. So this is day 22. So that must have been day 20. Have I actually got it written down? Yeah, I'll show you 21 separately because that was my day. So this is day 22. And again, I had so much fun with this. And you guys seem to really love this make. This is a hidden paper clip. So it goes onto your page. Like so. And you can add something underneath because it is a paper clip, so it can hold on to something in your journal. And then when you turn the page, you have the other side, and again, it can hold on to something. So I know a lot of you loved this hidden paper clip. So we have Dracula in his fancy coffin. There is gilding, there is paint, there is splatters. I've put in behind one of the acetate window panes with the rip. And there is the tiniest little, that needs to open up. Why won't that open? Piece to write on. Just tucked in there. That needs to be gilded. So we have that. And then on this side, we have the bats that are gilded. And we have all this decoration. So there we go. I even managed to get the teeniest bit of writing space added to that paper clip. Love it. I actually ended up loving this piece, even though it's about zombies, but there is so much. I just don't know if this is picking up. But there is red and green gilding. Honestly, guys, in real life, the splatters and the gilding are just so beautiful. So this is day 23. And again, it's a pocket, so you'll be able to fit something there. It opens up the hidden writing space. And then, let me put this back on the back. There is a pocket here as well. So, yeah, a big pocket here. I'll bring that up so you can see all the detail. I'm so sorry about the noise outside. There's rub-ons, there's splatters, there's all sorts. But then this itself also flips down for more hidden writing space. Yeah, I just love hidden writing space. Oh, and I forgot, there's also a little tiny pocket here. So there will be even more writing space. I just love pieces like this. I really do. So that was day 23. Day 24, oh gosh, I've almost lost that piece, was an envelope. So here's the back of it. I have used embossing glazes for the moths. I've used gilding on here on the fabric. It is an envelope, and if I put this, will this fit? in here, because I've yet to decide, you will see that this is an acetate window. There is gilding, there is stamping along here, there's some faux tape on there, there is just so much. Love this. I made a load of these, and there is a little pocket just here that I am yet to put something in, but I've picked the tab that I will be using for that. So there is a little pocket. Can't lose that tab. There is a little pocket here. So that's a lot of fun as well. So although there's no actual writing space in this, there will be a journaling card or something inside it, and then you will have a little hidden pocket. Love that image, really do. All the gilding, not gilding. I keep saying gilding. Do you know why? It's because it's gold. This is gilding wax. The rest is gold splatter. And then we get on to, this must be day 24. This is a little kind of flip file folder. So we have our mummy. Again, I've used some of the wool, some vintage tape, the Tim Holtz, some splatters. This piece that I was gifted. It's flat, it's plain on the back because it could be a floating piece. It could actually be stuck so that it was a tuck spot. Not that way. This would have to go this way because that would have to stick out of the journal. But it could be a tuck spot, like so. And then this opens up, guys. Now we have a little pocket here, just there. We have this. And then this opens up for writing space. So a tiny pocket and writing space. We have a pad here. Lots of writing space on there. You could also write on here. Then this opens up and we have a pocket with a tag. This can be written on. This can be written on. There's gilding, there's stamping all in the background. There's vintage map. We have, these make it so chunky. We've got this, we've got our little skeleton dude. We can write on there. We can write on both of these. So yeah, 3 pockets. We include the little hidden one. Lots of pieces to write on and a little pad. I really want to make more of these too. This is the problem. I make things for Creep on June and then I'm like, I really want to make another one of those and then another one of those. And then when do I have time? Okay, so this one, do you know, it's interesting because loads of you love this one. I think it might be my least favourite that I've made. And I can't work out why. I still like it, but I think it's my least favourite. But loads of you loved it. So anyway, this is day 26. We've got the window that's got the purple and the gold gilding all on. We've got a little ghosty, loads of splattering, inking all in the background. Bats and candle. This, I was pretty sure. Yep, this has a pocket here. So yeah, you can put something in this pocket. And then this opens up for writing space. And then this will go on a page and be a pocket. And then this will open up for writing space. I don't know if I showed you this off camera. Because I think I did this bit off camera. I did the pocket on camera, but I decorated it. There's gilding, there's embossing, and then this itself is a pocket, and I put this person in it, and we have a moth as the topper on there. So let me just get that. And then this tag will go inside this piece. I do love her. So many of you said she was creepy in the comments. I don't think she looks creepy at all. She's absolutely adorable. That I think. Anyway, there's loads of purple. Honestly, guys, there's so much purple gilding wax and gold and splatters. And then we have a pocket here. Why won't that go in, actually? I don't think it's glued. There we go. Yep. Okay, so there's a pocket here for this tag. And then there will be writing space put on the back. I haven't done so yet. But yeah, that fits into there. Yeah, I don't know why it's my least favourite. It just is, out of everything that I've made. But you guys really loved that one, so that's good. This is a page embellishment that was inspired by something I made in Creep on June 24. So he will go on a page like so. It will be a tuck spot in here. There is a little tuck spot in here. You can see that already. Let me bring you up and show you all the detail on here with the texture paste and the beautiful splatters and the red and gold gilding on there. So there's a little tuck spot. There's a tuck spot. This then opens up. Let's move that bit. We have a pocket in here. This opens up and we have another mini pad and writing space. It's my hand dyed papers as well. That's this bluish red, goes great for Dracula. Got a little bead. There's a magnet to help close it all. Got a little pocket. So yeah, that closes up. We have our magnet, but we would glue these three sides down, including the magnet. If you really wanted to, you can put him on a piece of bigger card and make a double tuck spot down the bottom if you really wanted to, but he's meant to be like a little page embellishment. So that's super cute. Then we have this piece that I made as a journaling card, but once again, this could go on as a tuck. So we've got all these pieces, and again, there's that copper with that green that I just am loving. Got lovely, oh my gosh, the crypt paste, I just love that. Glow in the dark eyes. We've got a tuck spot here. You see all the detail there. So there's a tuck spot here. And then this opens up for hidden writing space. And then we have another little tuck area here with a tag. And I've added tea stain paper to the back because it is meant to be a journaling card for a pocket. Let's see if I've got a pocket it would work in. I mean, this is not exactly the right kind of pocket. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. But yeah, if we put it in a pocket, again, not quite this kind of pocket, but it would poke out the top and then you would have these hanging out the side. Or like I said, I might put it on as a tuck spot. I'm not sure yet, but I really like how that one came about. And then the last day that I really made something for the story is this pocket and tag by Poe. Again, can you see that gilding wax? It's so beautiful. We've got the purple and the gold and all the splatters. And again, it opens up. It would sit on your page like that. It opens up that way. There is a tag because this is acetate, so you have the garden. And then the tag inside. The moon glows in the dark there. The skull glows in the dark. There's gilding, there's splatters, there's faux tape, there's rub-ons. It's just, yeah, there's a lot. So a little pocket, but obviously you can write on the back of the tag and you can write around the area where the window is. You need to put a magnet on there. I think I worked out that I put the magnet down here and it shouldn't be. It should be on the side. That's where it needs to be. But yeah, so we have the tag there, but obviously there's still going to be room to put something else behind. And then my last makes, which weren't for the story, but they were makes. And I have kind of played, added a few little bits, are these two tags. Now, I added a couple of extra cog. I added an extra cog. So this is Frankenstein. This is on its foam tape. I added a cog on top of here. And I put a tiny little... I'm trying to get that to thing. Tiny little brad. It's one of those ones that looks like a screw. Is that going to... No, it won't. Okay, well, there's a tiny little brad on there. I think I need more foam tape on him. So I did add that because I like that. We just had the bottom one. And then I added Tell Your Story in rub-ons. Now you can see there's pieces in the background. There's gilding. There are splatters, vintage page. We've got crackle glaze. We've got real cogs that move. I mean, there's just so much. And I ended up decorating the back of these off camera as well. Used a stencil, added some bits and bobs up here, used this, some of my faux tape, and these pieces actually cover up the brads and where the stitching is, so it just makes it really nice on the back. And what I didn't realize when I was making them, but actually I love it when things like this happen, because I put his cog there and her cog down here, their cogs fit together. Look, guys, let me bring that up so you can see it better. But their cogs fit together. So it just looks like they're attached to each other. I love that so much. Yeah, so I actually said she is brave and his is Tell Your Story. So I added the Tim Holtz rub-ons. Again, there's gilding. There is gilding around the edges of the tag on the black card. There's all this. Oh, I added a little rub-on there as well. Oh, and I added the crow. I didn't do that on camera. She only had the bats, but I thought the crow worked really well. Lots of stitching, lots of interest. And again, I decorated the back of hers as well. It's covering up these ones down here. This is covering up these brads. And the stitching's underneath the paper, and then I just added something that was a little bit interesting. But yeah, I didn't even think about it when I was making it, that their little cogs fit together because his is slightly higher than hers. I love that, and I do love the way this now looks as well. So the only other thing that I made, this was for my day in the collaboration. So my day was day 21. If you haven't seen it, please do go over and check it out. And I made a wall hanging. I turned Summer Tracy's beautiful Nevermore Ledger kit papers into fabrics, and then I made this wall hanging, which every time I look at this brings me so much joy, guys. It really, really does. I just love it. I want to make more of these. I want to make more of all the ephemera I've made. But I love this. There is gilding. I have splattered on here with black splattering. There is real rusty nails. There is metallic threads. There are metal cogs. There are brads. There is glossy accent. There is hand stitching. There are rub-ons. There are eyelids. This is cork behind here, so that's cork. Oh, there is grit paste. Inks. This is a rub-on. This is metal. Oh, metal wire around here too. I love this picture so much. Curator labels, more hand stitching, machine sewing, metal accents, ink. I mean, I just threw everything at this. And realistically, it could have ended up being a mess, looking far too crazy. I don't think it does. This is very much my style. It's kind of over decorated with lots and lots of texture and interesting things. But I hope for me in particular, I don't feel like it's too over decorated. There's enough in the background, but the main bits stand out. And then you kind of have to look at it really carefully to see like some of the rub-ons, like the one that says Lost and Found or Exhibit and things. You have to look carefully to get all that. And the back is, well, interesting to say the least. Yeah, and I really do love it. So anyway, guys, that was day 21. So let me just get everything out and kind of put it on the table. All my makes for Creep on June, they are coordinated, they glitter and shine. There are a multitude of ideas for how to add hidden tuck spots or pockets or writing space. Oh my gosh, this isn't even everything. I think I'm going to have to pull you up in a minute. Let me do that now. yeah, just so many ideas for hidden writing spaces and tucks. And I mean, look, this is 3 different pieces, and look how well they worked. Coordination, cohesiveness, oh my gosh, it just tickles that little bit of my brain that makes me happy. And I just like, I can pick any of these pieces up, even if they're red or green or even the purple. And because I've used similar things throughout, they all just work so well together, I think. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. I mean, just look, guys, and there's loads of glow in the dark. I had a lot of fun. Now, I am a great believer that if you're crafting, you should be, I don't even know, there's so much space. You should be enjoying the experience of crafting. That is what I truly believe. And I had so much fun adding little pockets and everything, but adding the splatters, working with acetate windows, using glow in the dark, and getting a bit like just imaginative with some of the pieces. Look at it all together. It is so delicious. It is going to be so hard to part with these pieces. I knew going into it that they are going in a journal that I will be selling, but it is going to be so hard to part with some of these. I kind of almost want to make duplicates because this is my color palette. Other than the purple, I like purple, but I don't work with it a lot. But my color palette is always greens and browns and reds and blacks and grungy and rust colors and hints of gold here and there. That's my color palette when I love to work. Nature, I mean, just look, just look, it's like one homogeneous piece, and then you'll get like a little bit of red pop up, but there's still enough that it fits in. I think so anyway. So anyway, that is everything I've made, including my hanging. If you have missed anything, I do have a playlist on my channel, so do go check that out. And don't forget, you can still go and see all the other creators in the collaboration if you haven't done so yet. I have loved this year's Creep on June. I loved last year's Creep on June. They are just, it really is, other than October, this is my favourite challenge and month now of the year. I love it so much. And I just have a lot of fun with Tracy's kits and the storytelling. So I also wanted to add that I know lots of you, I said I was making some dies. I know I'm a bit behind on that. It's been very busy, guys, and I have to admit I took a few days off after the end of June. I've taken a few days off from, I haven't done any crafting, I haven't done any die cutting, I haven't been near my craft table in about 2 days because I just needed a little bit of a break after a very hectic month, not just crafting wise, but with lots of other stuff. So they will be with you very soon. I have not forgotten. So yeah, I am gonna be working on those, and obviously the journal flip through will be coming. I've started putting the signatures together and other little bits, so hopefully that will be with you within the next week or so. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for all your support, whether it's just watching, whether it's watching and commenting, thumbs up, subscribing, and you've all just been amazing. I know, like, lots of you have been to my Etsy shop as well, and I really appreciate that. I'm going to have to do a big restock in my Etsy shop, so thank you so much for all the support there. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys. It really, I cannot tell you how much it touches my heart and just amazes me every time that you guys are so generous and you're just so sweet and you are just so uplifting, and your comments make my day, make my week. And yeah, I just love creating and I love sharing it for you guys. So I just really do. This is the best community, the craft community. So anyway, enough of all that, but thank you honestly from the bottom of my heart. all of you who have watched my videos and followed me in June. I will be back to usual scheduling now, where it's about 3 to 4 videos a week. That's what I will be back to now. I've had a little break and everything. Anyway, guys, that is it for another Creep on June. Lots and lots of waffling, and yeah. Oh, it makes my heart and my eyes and my brain so happy when I look at all of this. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back again soon. Please do like, subscribe, comment and share if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, I hope you're having lots and lots of creepy, crafty fun. Bye for now.